Right, good evening. Welcome back to Race Base for the RF2s semi-finals and finals, where we've got a bit of a change, but we've just got something happening in the background that we're just going to keep an eye on. But at the moment, as it stands, as far as we know, Berries is actually joining me in commentary here. How you doing, Berries? Sorry about the...
Yes.
Just something going on in the background that I was just like, right, okay, does that mean we're going to... Yeah, that does. Right, so, bit of a change in the Berries. As far as we knew, everybody was going to be into one semi-final, but I think one of the guys, Dusty Bin, which you know is a fast guy, has just probably returned, able to make it, which is always good news. You know, we're always happy for more cars out on track, but that means it's going to split the semi-finals again, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
As far as I can see what's going on screen, it's we haven't had any confirmation.
It looks like on the Discord chats they've changed it. It's back to two different semi-finals again.
Okay, so
K9 should join us on commentary just now, and I'll have to just mute myself and leave the lobby, so I'll come back in the second semi-final.
Well, you could always just linger around, mate. You know, it's more the merrier in commentary.
Yep. I can watch the delayed stream and put my input.
Yeah, I was going to say it took a while for it to come up. I was a bit worried that we'd, me personally had put it into the wrong area, but
yeah, it's all looking like everything's sorted. So we've just had to obviously change back to two semi-finals, which is actually a good thing because it means you get more races. We've got more drivers, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, and like these RF2s, they were throwing up some close racing the other night, weren't they? And as we've just seen in the supers,
yeah,
it's had some epic racing. That final was really fast paced. Couldn't live with couldn't live with many of you guys. Fell to the back, did my usual trick.
Oh no!
Just made up the numbers, but it's I mean, like Kento and everything got past me on pure pace and was pulling away from me. So full respect to you.
Kento was quick in this race. He did very well in the finals there.
Yeah, and even Palm kept his head and got past me when I'd made a mistake. So no, good race to everyone there. And who actually took it? I didn't actually see who took the final. Was it Dusty?
It was Dusty in the end, yeah. Dusty took the win, Kenny was second, and myself was third.
Okay, right, okay, so kind of mixed results for what we've seen. We saw Dusty really struggled getting in the semi-final, just scrape into it, really, wasn't it? Matsusi took the fight to him, but yeah. Dusty comes through and takes another round win, so he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, he cut it very close, just getting into the finals in the first place. It was,
yeah.
He made the job hard for himself there, but I think it was because there was a big battle between himself and Kenny on that opening lap in the Joker, so I think that just interrupted their battle and let myself and Matsusi get away a little bit.
Right. But these guys now, so who are we going to air out on track at the moment? So, visually on the screen, K9's just jumping into direct mode. Cameraman. Kento, DiNapoli, Matsusi and Dusty. So another strong contenders all round. Them four. We know they've all got pace and and experience as well.
Yeah, I couldn't pick any one of those four to be the one who doesn't make it into the finals.
No, definitely not.
All got the potential. So I think it's Kento is obviously the kind of person that comes through when it comes to semi-finals and finals nights. He's shown that when it comes to those last
steps up his game, doesn't he? He's sneaky and definitely definitely does. It's, full respect to him. DiNapoli, we know he's always quick, but sometimes just has a little bit of contact with other people and make a mistake. Matsusi, we know his full send approach still carries the speed. But sometimes that full send approach just makes the odd little mistake here or there, but hopefully it's a clean race for him, and then, well, we all know Dusty.
Yeah, no, he's going to be the man stop, I think.
Alright, so I don't know if you guys have figured it out yet.
I think we have. Yeah, we kind of see
So
what was.
we were doing a 6-car race, but then a seventh showed up. So then we've shuffled it back so that everyone is racing again. So it's back to the original format. So yeah, I've taken over cameras for this one, but Barry's we will see you back in this chat and for cameras for the next semi and the final.
Yes.
So let's do this. Race 1 is Dusty, DiNapoli, Kento, and Matsutsi. Great. They're all ready.
Locked and loaded, but so it was always good to have more people out on track. As I say, it was going to split the format, but it has split the format now, so yeah.
And some of us are secretly happy that we're definitely in the final.
In commentary, I'd like you to have a biased opinion, and you know, it's. But yeah, as a racer out there on track as well. I wasn't talking about
me. I was talking about Tiger and Palm. They are happy.
But yeah, it's that's what I mean. Championship standings are getting close now, coming into this final part of the season. So everything's to play for from everybody's perspective, really, aren't they? And
definitely, as we were saying earlier, I think when you were in your race, who was I chatting to? Maybe I was chatting to myself. I can't even remember. But basically, what I was saying earlier was that strategy is really coming into play now. At this point in the season, is like you mentioned earlier in that one race with Kenny, is you thought he ducked sort of like a last-minute decision into the Joker.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, it was quite a good strategic move, actually. And I think that's what the guys are all thinking now.
Definitely is.
Close to people on points, is they're thinking, how do we play this strategically? Good launch from the guys. Nobody's jump-started, which is good news.
Level break, 2 peeling off to the Joker there. That's DiNapoli and Kento, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dusty just getting run out wide. Matsusi on the inside line.
Looks like those two got through the Joker okay, no issues. So Matsutsi's neck and neck there with Dusty. He goes around the outside. He just runs a bit wide though.
This rain obviously proving a little bit tricky. Matsutsi's full send approach just ran a back wheel onto that dirt, which just dragged him out that little bit, let Dusty through, which you're not going to want to do with Dusty's pace out in front
Definitely
now.
Not. You know, especially this turn, he had an epic overtake on the one last lap in the qualifying the other day on that section. Around the outside of DiNapoli, I believe it was.
Matsusi's got a good run there. Just glances the barrier, but made a bit of
hit the barrier.
Made a bit of room on Dusty, because I think Dusty glanced the barrier as well. So
could have been that Matsutsi was maybe trying to follow his line a bit, but outbrake him.
Sometimes you do feel like you kind of follow the guy's pace into a corner, and halfway through that corner you realise
you want to match them or go quicker. You don't want to be slower. So
no,
you're trying
definitely
to
not.
See where they're gaining the time, and you tend to follow them and think, well, if I go this route, I might be able to even go a bit quicker than them. But
DiNapoli's in front,
very wide there again.
DiNapoli's in front of Kento, but Kento's keeping him honest. And me and Berries were just saying, Kento's a dark horse coming into semi-finals and finals tonight. He shows his true pace, doesn't he? He's
always. And how good was he earlier in those supercars? I mean,
he pulled away from me on pure pace. I could not live with him. So
he's solid on this track right now. So I wouldn't count him out of anything.
Definitely not. But as it stands, he is the one being knocked out of this. But
he has jokered. The two leaders here haven't jokered.
Dusty just edging away now from Matsusi. Has Matsusi gone into the Joker?
No, stayed out.
Stayed out, right. Just wasn't in shot.
What? He's not being held up by Dusty here. He might just think he's in second. He's as long as he keeps second place, he'll get through. So he might be thinking he'll maybe Joker when Dusty jokers, just to try and see. I mean, he could even look to see how Dusty takes the Joker if he feels like he wants to learn a better strategy through there. So you never know. Could down to strategy right now.
Yeah, sat in a solid position, and in second at the moment.
Dusty
Dusty
goes Joker.
diving for that. So 1 lap early. Oh, runs
wide
out
there.
onto the wide. Rotates it well though. And Matsushi following exactly his line, yeah. But
not sure that those are technically legal lines.
Kento in the background.
Unlucky for him. Not sure that those Joker lines are technically legal.
Definitely off track. Once you get onto that grass, it was hard, I'd say, in the supers to keep a constant drift. But De Napoli now up into second, looking at the rear end of Dusty. Not too close, I'd say, to make any major impressions on him, but he'll be happy to keep it in second place, I feel. Matsushi
proper full send there.
Yeah. Oh, Kento struggling with damage.
To do the same, but the damage just hurting him a bit there. De Napoli quite close behind Dusty though, after all the Jokers have been said and done.
Kind of matching him on pace overall, isn't he? Just dropped that, what is it, 1 second window throughout these 6 laps, so good pace by De Napoli.
Dusty's the first one to go through. De Napoli in second. Matsushi makes it into the final in third. Good job there. Kento, unfortunately, just with a couple crashes, picked up a bit of damage, and he won't be going through to the final. But good effort nonetheless.
Good effort, and I'm sure he'll be happy with his supercar final result anyway, so he won't be too disheartened with not making the final.
He was keeping up with the fast guys pretty much. He wasn't that far off the back. So
no, I could see it, and I was impressed.
Even though it wasn't a podium, I'd say that's probably one of his best finishes he's had, just because he was keeping pace. So solid run for Kento, but unfortunately didn't make it into the final here.
Lidenhill has come to an end for his Lights Championship campaign, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see him back next season. on Lydden.
On Lydden, yeah. We probably have a few fun lobbies here and there. I'm sure the guys will join in for that. But yeah, moving on to semi-final 2 now. So, yourself.
Yeah, and obviously Palm, he's been quick here at Lydden, and he scores.
Definitely looking quick overall pace the other night.
And we should be seeing Tiger and our cameraman and co-commentator for this race and the final, Berries, should be here too. So I'm going to leave you guys to do that, and I'm going to try and get myself in a headspace for racing.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And well, I'm pretty confident that you're going to make it into the final as well. With
If I don't, it's a jump start. How bad would I have to do?
Yeah, get that
you
out.
Might see me, you might see me like go very slow off the line.
Yeah. But air of caution.
Also, it's my first race, so let's hope my wheel's plugged in.
Oh yes.
That could be a massive misfortune, but no, best of luck. Enjoy.
You can drive the controller.
Cheers.
You still make it through.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Good luck.
Welcome back, Berries. We close pace there, and I think De Napoli took a good run to Dusty overall.
Yeah, no, that was good, eh? Because Dusty didn't look like he was doing any big mistakes. I think there was a couple small mistakes, but otherwise he was on the pace.
Strong, yeah, strong.
Right behind him the whole way.
Yeah.
So there's some serious pace.
Unfortunate there for Kento, just picking up a little bit of damage, and then we saw him have a little bit of contact. But these guys going straight in now for the semi-final 2. Everybody should make it through, but we don't want to curse anybody individually, so we won't mention any names. But no, this should be a good kind of test session to feel it. But if the weather changes as it did in the supers, you've still got to bear in mind it's not going to feel exactly the same, but I don't know, the track didn't seem to alter too much to me. My pace did, if you know what I mean. So whether I was personally trying too much, or sometimes
the cars were just spitzing. They're losing a bit more grip in the wet side conditions.
Yeah, my aggressive driving style just doesn't work on getting power down. I just ask the tyres to do maximum all the time.
Maximum wheel spin is all you get.
Yeah, that's it. I was full sending earlier, and that's all I knew for the final. But no, I mean, would you expect K9 to peel off for his Joker, being a clear that side? I would.
If I was him, the problem is he probably is the quicker of the three drivers. So if he does get a good start, he might want to try and get ahead of them and stay on the standard lap. But I can't see that he might take the Joker lap. It's just if he does, he could get stuck behind one of them while the other one gets away a little bit.
Definitely is. It's the risk of being on that outside into that first turn if all three cars go into there as well, isn't it? It's a Palm epic launch, really. K9 and Tiger, yeah.
It's at least...
runs out onto the grass, gets it back on track. Tiger just missing the apex of the corner.
Oh, he's got stuck, unfortunately. He didn't make it through.
Yeah, I think he kind of got blinded a little bit by K9 for where the turn-in was a little bit. But let's give Palm clear air now. He's going to use this to his pure advantage, and he was showing great pace the other night.
Yeah, he was. He's been doing quite well lately in these rallycross cars, both the supers and the lights. I think he did say to us that he was especially enjoying the lights. He was enjoying how they handled. They seemed a bit more predictable to control, so I think he's enjoying these cars.
Yeah.
He's a good chance he's going to be able to take this fight to K9. I think between the two of them, it's going to be quite a close race.
Definitely should be. I mean, K9's 3.5 seconds kind of behind him at the moment, has jokered. I would probably put that as neck and neck.
I think for the Joker lap in these conditions, it's a little bit wide from K9. Otherwise, I think in these conditions we're looking at maybe like anywhere between 3.5 to 4 seconds for a Joker lap.
Yeah.
So it's right in the money there. I think it's going to be close on the merge if Palm does go for that Joker lap.
Definitely should be. Hopefully, only on to lap 3 now, so plenty of time halfway through the race. So Palm staying out there. He's nice line through there. I always like to try and clip that concrete on the inside. You're pretty clear of it not hitting that outside barrier then. But
and you also get a bit of extra grip on there.
Yeah.
Usually in the drier conditions you get a lot of extra grip, but I think in the wet conditions it's slippery in either case, whether you're on the gravel or on the tar. Yeah,
it's all about how you feel you've got the car rotated, isn't it, and the speed that you're carrying. That was a proper full send there, but holds on to it, regains that well. He's diving for his Joker this time round.
3.5 seconds when they're going.
Just runs out wide, but not too bad, but K9's going up the inside.
Small little taps on the wall though, and that's let K9 through.
Just scrub the speed off, and wouldn't have picked up too much damage. I wouldn't have think just from that side glance on the barrier.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad. I think Tiger
has K9 in the background.
Yes, happened here. Yes. No, it was K9. That was K9. He's lost his place to Palm.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, I missed that.
Unfortunate mistake there from K9. Would that have been the outside barrier on turn 1? Just clip the back end.
You know what? I wonder if he got caught out by that pedal coming into turn 2, because they can flip the car to the outside of the track. Real can be a cause.
Real unexpected moment as well, isn't it? When it just does that. Yeah. Palm now back in that lead, strong position, 2.5 seconds. So as long as he can keep this clean, he's going to take the full points from this semi-final.
Yes, he's almost done it again. He's flicked the car a little bit, but I think he managed to keep it out the barriers.
You could just see it twitching, couldn't you? It's,
Yeah. I think you just got to be very careful going into that corner, because it does trick a lot of people. It's not something you expect to happen, and then all of a sudden it can have a big effect on the car.
Palm just run out wide, but I think that is a line that's working for these cars. You can see both both the cars using exactly the same line, full send into that one of the most exhilarating turns on this track. When you get it right, it really does rotate the car well, and that sense of speed when you're looking at that Armco barrier on the inside concrete wall.
Yeah, it's an interesting corner because I think in the supers it is better to take it tight, but I think in these cars you do want to take a bit of wider line so you can hold a bit more speed through the corner.
It is looking like that, isn't it? They go in tight but then drift out nice and wide, just right out to the edge of the circuit.
Yeah.
Palm taking this one, K9 in second, and that's...
Whoa, something happened there.
I was going to say that was Tiger's car that was bouncing up and down, but he did not finish. So,
I wonder what happened there. Maybe he got too much. He did look like he had got a bit of damage to his car, so maybe he somehow blew his engine. It could have been something like that happened.
Yeah, but
so it looks like Palm's taken the win here, and that is an important championship point taken from K9.
Yeah, what did DiNapoli had second as well, so they matched each other in the semi-final, picking up points.
I think K9 could have just gained a point in the championship there if he'd managed to keep that first place.
He would have been looking for it. He would be frustrated, and then it's hard to not take that frustration into the final, isn't it? You've got to just kind of reset and just say, right, total different race. You know, even though the championship will be playing on his mind and he'll be really trying to hunt every point that he possibly can, it's time to make it another day, so to speak. But yeah, you can just see Dusty join in, DiNapoli join in, and Matsushi. Yeah, so all 6 cars there. This should be a bit of an epic fight.
Yeah, I think that especially in these lights cars where they can race so close, without too much risk, I think there's going to be a lot of good battles on this race. We've got a good one coming to us, I think, now.
We definitely should have. It all depends on this. I think Linden Hill is so important for this first stretch, whether you dive for the Joker at the right point, and you never know whether you have, really, until it plays out into lap 2 and 3. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can dive for the Joker and have clear air, but then the guys on the standard lap have a really good run as well, and you haven't made any progress. But it's so important. But we've got Matsushi on pole inside, Palm on the outside there, Tiger there right in the mix there with Dusty alongside him, and 2 championship contenders right at the back. They've got a lot to do. It's gonna be a good race.
Yeah, I think this one's all very nicely set up. You've got Matsushi and Palm. Matsushi's a more experienced driver, but you've got Palm, who's quite newer to the series, as well as Tiger. He's also like right in the middle there.
Yep.
And then you've got your quickest drivers at the back. You've got Dusty, K9, DiNapoli. So I think it's almost like a reverse grid here.
It is, yeah, which is good to see in these. It'd be nice to choose this as a final every time round. But DiNapoli, epic launch.
Yeah, that was good from him.
Yeah, we know the controller guys do, but we've got Dusty Bin and Tiger just both going in for the Joker. So that could work out. Oh, Dusty! You don't see that very often, but he just seemed to clip his rear quarter, really, which rotated him quite randomly, I'd say. But Palm and DiNapoli, no, Matsubishi. Yeah, Palm and... Yeah, Palm, it's a final. Nobody's going to give an inch, are they? K9's up. He was up on the bonnet of DiNapoli there.
Oh no.
But, fortunate to say it might be a little bit of investigation. We didn't see all of it, but we'll leave that to the stewards. But that leaves Palm out in front. Matsushi full sending up the inside. Oh,
They've both been taken.
that block
So now
does not
Napoli's coming
move.
out of the Joker. He's going to merge with them. Hopefully he can avoid the recovering cars. Oh, he has managed to.
So Palmer's managed to stay out in front, but he hasn't jokered yet, has he?
Yes,
So
yeah. So he's still got a two Joker.
DiNapoli
Napoli has.
looking at the stronger movement, looks like he's got a lot of damage there, so he might be struggling with a little bit of issues on handling. K9 has made massive gains on him.
Yeah,
I think,
because of the moments that these other guys have had. He's managed to recover some time.
And that's the thing, just keep your head. Oh, Matsushi.
Matsushi's wide into the Joker, and he's hit the barrier as well. He's done the same thing as Dusty.
So that's the thing,
So
with
he's
this
going to recover from that.
K9 at the moment, his car doesn't look too damaged, but he's got to keep his head, and if he can get a clean Joker, he should still keep a really strong position. Matsushi, just see on the outside, getting... Palm still looking strong at the moment, car looking clean as well, so he's... he had that little bit of contact, but it was only side contact, and he wasn't the one that went into that barrier, so...
Kanan hasn't taken his Joker this lap. I thought he would have. Just to get it out the way and start making some ground back, get himself in level terms.
Yeah, it's one of them decisions, isn't it, where us as racers, we can look at it and think, yeah, we would have done it then, and he was probably thinking the same, but it's...
yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 kind of decision, but...
Yeah, it's not going to make too much of a difference, simply because he's going to come out in clear air, and he's in clear air at the moment. So, yeah, either way, it's not going to affect his race too much when he takes that Joker. And now it looks like we've got Palm going in. I think.
Good Joker there.
Oh
no!
He's clipped inside as well.
Is K9 in the Joker as well?
He's also run it wide on the outside there.
But a good line through that chicane of the Joker. He's going to be...
a very good one. So he's come out in second. He's got Palm just in front of him now. DiNapoli looks like he's got a good lead on his own in the front here.
It's good
I
lead.
think as long as he doesn't make mistakes, it's going to be his race to win. I mean, battle here is all going to be for second place.
Definitely should be. There's a 5.5 second window back to Palm in second place. K9 right on his bumper though, hounding that pressure, and Dusty not too far behind. If these two guys have a little bit of damage, a little bit of contact, it could slow them down and Dusty could sneak on through. So K9 keeping a tighter line.
Well, no, that's good though. I think he's just lost a little bit of time on the exit though.
Yeah, tighter line inwards, but lost it on the exit of the corner. But he's looking. He's going to be trying everything. I can feel. Oh, he switches to the inside. Yeah, he just had to lock up on the brakes. Palm's gone out wide though. So
I think there was a little bit of contact, and it's just maybe bumped Palm a little bit wide. But now we got Dusty side by side. He's gone a bit wide. He has managed to hold the place though. So
DiNapoli takes a win. K9 in second, Dusty in third, Palm in fourth, Matsushi in fifth, and Tiger unfortunately just having a little bit of damage here, and he'll be coming across the line. Shortcut there, why not? You know.
I think he was just losing control of the car there.
Yeah, definitely. It's with the damage and stuff, but I feel like I'm just going to save that replay. Might be a couple.
That was a good race to watch back.
It definitely will be one to watch back in the future. But no, I mean that concludes the racing at Lydden Hill for this round. On to Knockhill.
Knockhill.
Oh, yeah. This is where
steering wheel breaker.
Yeah, this is where issues are made with steering wheels and stuff. It's epic track.
Turn that force feedback down.
It's just very rough, isn't it? But it's going to throw up some epic racing. I think we've only used this once. Was it in last season?
Yeah, we've used it for a couple of fun events, but formally in the championship we only used it last season for the first time.
Yeah, so something to look forward to. So that'll be concluding in 2 weeks' time. Next week on Monday we'll be removing back to the KTM's. Sprint races on Monday and endurance on the Thursday. So hope you guys, anyone that watches, can join us then. Thanks very much for joining in, Berries, and we shall wrap this up and see you soon.
Yeah, evening everyone.
Ta-ra, mate.
Have a good one.
Ta-ra.